Hello everyone, happy Tuesday. My name is Elena Riley. I work here in our digital team at First Alert 6, bringing you news on our website all day. So this morning I have our top headlines for you just to get you started for the day. So let's head over there to chat about it more. Here we are. Alrighty. I bring you this story every morning. As I said, just get you in the know, get you ready for the day. So let's go over some stuff. Our top headline this morning was that Dan Osborn is going to announce his bid for U.S. Senate today. So let's head over there to that web story. Awesome. Okay, so yet to be announced, but definitely expected today. Ricketts' team has responded to this, so we have it here. For his campaign, they said Senator Ricketts has consistently worked for and voted to secure our border and cut taxes for Nebraska workers, families, and seniors. Dan Osborn is bought and paid for by his liberal, out-of-state coastal donors. Dan Osborn will side with Chuck Schumer over Nebraska families and vote with Democrats to open the border, hike taxes, and stop the America First agenda. So that is what Ricketts' team has said to this, to Osborn's announcement here. Right, a little more about Osborn. He ran as an independent against Deb Fischer last year in the general election. So Fischer was able to inch ahead of Osborn's bid for her Senate seat. This happened last November, of course, winning by just over 30,000 votes here. Earlier this year, Osborn did form an exploratory committee to run against sitting senator and former Nebraska Governor Pete Ricketts. So of course this is possibly the outcome of that. More background on Osborn. He is a Navy veteran and he's an industrial mechanic from here in Omaha. He gained popularity after leading a strike on Omaha's Kellogg's plant back in 2021. As a result of this strike, there was a tentative agreement that was reached. But the Kellogg's plant did suddenly close last year. This was 3 years into this 5-year agreement that they had. So very interesting here, very sudden on that. Next, another top headline is that there were some scattered power outages this morning in the Omaha Metro following some storms from last night. So our check at about 3 a.m. there's about 2,000 without power, but at the peak there was about 9,000 customers without power, OPPD customers. Of course, this is after severe weather. About 10 a.m. was the peak. They were mainly in Douglas and Washington counties is where these were happening. So let's head over to our outage map now to check it out. That's what it looked like around 3 a.m., but here we are right now. About 900 people, so they have been working for that ever since it was safe to start, get out there and start working. There's been some crews, so. All right, you see here, mainly in Washington County, the ones in Douglas have gone down significantly since they started working, but OPPD does have an update for us. It's where they have their updates. They say that much of the damage reported is tree branches over power lines, so that could be the possible cause of a lot of these from the storm, a lot of those outages. Okay. So Monday night there was a severe thunderstorm watch. It was extended around 10 p.m. Emily Roller had in our shows. It was extended to include most of eastern Nebraska as well as western Iowa, and it was set to run until 4 a.m. today. So there's that about those storms. Definitely had an impact. Next, Nebraska Task Force 1 has deployed a crew to Texas to help with the catastrophic flooding. So they're heading to Texas. They're expected to get there this morning. They left yesterday from Lincoln. So sadly, these floods have caused the death of over more than 100 people was the last update we had, and there's still other people missing. So hoping to find more people on that. Governor Jim Pillen has some information on this. He said that the 45-member group, this includes 2 K-9 teams, they were deployed. They left Lincoln on Monday, as I said, and they are headed to San Antonio, Texas. Officials have told us that the group will be deployed for up to 14 days, so 2 weeks there. They're going to be transporting boats with vehicles and other equipment necessary for helping navigate these areas that are devastated by these floodwaters. Definitely a lot of help there. An interesting fact here was that the deployment was directed under the authority of Governor Jim Pillen through the Nebraska Emergency Management Act. And this is interesting because they are normally deployed by FEMA, so very interesting there. Next, the man arrested after a fatal stabbing in Millard has made his first appearance in court yesterday. His name is William Pay. He's 53. We'll head over there, see his mugshot here. There we are. He was charged with first-degree murder and use of a weapon to commit a felony. His preliminary hearing is set for August 12th, and the judge decided in court yesterday that he will be held without bond. There we are. So this incident, it happened at the Pay family home near 185th and Polk Circle in around the southwest Omaha area. So there was a reported stabbing. Police got there and they say that Pay's 85-year-old father, his name is Sung Pay, was found in the basement with stab wounds, which sadly he later died from. Police searched the home and they did find a sword, which could possibly be the weapon. And in court yesterday, there was some talk about, from the defense about Pay's possible mental health issues that he was having, the suspect here. So hoping on an update from that. Our next top headline for the day is that the Douglas County Commissioners are going to vote on a treasurer candidate today. So they're voting on whether to appoint Tim Kavanaugh to the role of county treasurer. So of course this is happening ever since John Ewing became the Omaha mayor, so now there's been a vacancy. If appointed, Kavanaugh would be completing this term here to be the next treasurer. So Ewing submitted his resignation on June 6th. The board has about 45 days to fill this vacancy spot ever since this resignation came in, so they have until about July 21st or 22nd. So they have a tiny bit of time, but you know, they meet weekly, so not too much time to find that. And whoever is appointed will be in office until January of 2027, as the position will be up for election next year. Our last headline for the day, but possibly the most important to some people, is that the Omaha Mayor John Ewing will give an update on the streetcar project. So we are all very excited for this. We're going to have this live streamed here in less than an hour at 10 a.m. We'll have him up here for this update. He's going to talk about just construction, what that's looking like. What else? It's going to be the first time he's going to make an announcement on this construction since he took office last month. So we're eager to hear what he has to say about that. Streetcar construction is expected to last for at least another 3 years. Wow. And on Monday, around here, a new round of road work began. This happened on 42nd Street between Dewey Avenue and Emile Street. So still a lot of construction happening. I know there's a lot outside of our own building, but hoping to hear something from him today. Alrighty, we're gonna have the latest on air and online, as I said, here on streaming. Have a web story up for that, so please tune into that. Hear that important update. All right, I think that's all I have for you this morning. I bring this live stream to you every morning, as well as our 6 Things story, so please tune into that. Thank you very much.